responsibility out of everyone else and puts it in my lap. And then the second thing I say is thank you. And you'll notice that we all are patterns. So what happens is, and I'll just express what I like to do. I like to gamble. I love gambling. And so I bet my friend over here, Brian, on the Oscars. Well, I have a friend who's an astrologer who told me who was going to win. So I took his thing, and it just proved to me that astrology, like anything, can't predict the future. But I just wanted to do it just in case. So I bet my friend Brian. He went with the odds, and I went with the astrology odds. He ended up winning. I'm saying, I wrote him a card that said, thank you so much. That's the last free money I'll ever give you. So, but I'm thanking him because the thing is, I love to gamble, and gambling's not good or bad. It's just I like to do it. It's fun for me. But I won't do it anymore because I lose all the time. And every time I lose, I go, thank you. And I go, thank you. And then my girlfriend's like, write a little letter to me saying you'll never gamble another penny. And that includes stock market, that includes anything. And so I said, okay, it's done. So, but I'm saying thank you because every situation is there to make me grow and to be a better person. And if it didn't happen, then I wouldn't be growing to a better Jerry. So I handed out a bunch of paperwork to you guys. And the first thing I want you guys to do, and this is something that was shared with me, there's a 3x5 note card. And there's a blank side, and there's a non-blank side, with lines on it. I was going to do it the other way around, but I'd like for everyone, if you'd like to do this exercise. And this card is very important that you keep to yourselves. If you'd like to share the information with other people, that's your choice. But it's important that you keep this card with you, and you really value this card. This card is going to involve two parts. The line side is you're going to write down everything you're thankful for, and then on the other side we're going to do another exercise. But I want everyone to write down what they're thankful for. And it doesn't matter what it is. All it matters is that you're thankful for it. And this card is just for you. So you don't have to share it. You can write whatever you want. You can look at whenever you want. And what you're really doing is you're training yourself to really, the first things that come out of your mouth is sincere thank you. The situation happens, you go, thank you. And you go, what should I do to make this happen? You're taking full responsibility. But you're also thanking yourself and the universe for bringing this to you so that you can grow. If there's anyone who wants to share this with someone next to them or a stranger, they can do that if they want to. If it helps you, then I suggest doing it. If it's something that you just want to keep to yourself, then I suggest you doing that as well. Seriously, when you're really concerned for life, you know that you're always where you need to be. And there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing that you really need to do other than say thank you. And it's the strongest vibration you can have, other than emitting white light, but it helps you get there. And if there's people in your life that want and blame you for things that happen to them, and it bothers you, then we'll talk more about that. It's mirroring. And the only things that can really bother you about others is what they reflect back about you to yourself. And we'll talk about that. And you attract them. So the key to working on yourself is by making yourself a better person, or even growing to be the person you want to be, you will only attract what you are. So the best indication to see who you are is to see who you're attracting. And a lot of times people come to me like, I don't like who my boyfriend is. I don't like who I'm attracting. And they go, I should get rid of him. And I said, well, you can do that, or you can just work on yourself. And then that person will just fall out of your life. So when everyone's done with that, I'd like them to flip over to the blank side. And this was something that was brought to my attention. I study a lot in all different places, and I think every place that you have to study at is amazing. I have nothing to say about any religious organization other than if it works for you, amen. And I'm highly open to everything. I've studied Orthodox Judaism, Kabbalah, Scientology, ashrams. I currently volunteer at Agape, if anyone's been there. They have a well-being ministry. There's a flyer on the back. We'll talk more about it later. But everything that you want to study, I suggest you study. If you want to study astrology, be open to everything. And on this side of the page, I'd like for everyone, it's funny because I've been hearing this quote a lot, and even I listened to Jay-Z today, and I know he says a lot of derogatory things, but I think he has a lot of good messages. Because he said something about imagination. And then Einstein says a lot about imagination. Like, imagination is more important than knowledge. And what I want you to do is I want everyone to know that they have a great imagination. I want everyone to imagine you have an imaginary bag. And I want you to put the 5 things that mean the most to you in that bag. 5 physical things that you can't live without. So for example, me personally, just so you have a picture, my most important thing that I have physically is my meditation plan. The second most important thing that I would put in my bag is tea. The third most important thing would be some type of iPod so I can listen to music. The fourth thing was a notepad. This might be my third important. A notepad and a pen so I can keep a journal. And my fifth thing is black licorice, because I love black licorice. So black licorice. So if you can write down the 5 things that mean the most to you physically, not a person. Because let's say you're going on a time and really like going to a deep part of yourself, you know. A lot of people will say that, and this is just from what I know, you already have all the answers you need. And the reason I'm here is to teach everyone that as a being you have 3 parts. Your mind, your body, your soul. Your mind is your thoughts. It's your, I'm going to go to school and be smart. I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to learn what this law language is. And I'm going to share it with people. Body, I'm going to eat healthy food. I'm going to work out. I'm going to buy nice clothes. I'm going to look good. I'm going to look like $1 million. The third thing that most people don't really connect to is, and they do through church and through other things, is their soul. And I'm letting you know that the easiest way to connect to your soul is just the same way you connect to your mind and the same way you connect to your body. And it's desire. So if you desire to be smart, you will read and you'll go to school. If you desire to be in good shape, you'll get up and go to the gym. If you desire to connect to your soul, all you have to do is know that you have to connect to it. And I want everyone to know that basically I'm a soul reader, which means I can see everyone's soul. And I don't read your soul unless you ask me to, because it's not my place. But I can actually see your rainbow. So what you are is your white light. And white light is what people term as Buddha, enlightenment, balance, Jesus Christ. Anyone who has reached a high state of being has balanced their energy. And what I'm going to teach you guys to do is that you are your own best healer. And I am just a guide to help people guide themselves. So everyone can reach that highest state of enlightenment or that highest state of being or that highest state of balance. You just need to know how to do it. And the most important thing I can tell anyone about anything is their breath. Now, if you ever watch sports, people love sports. If you ever watch baseball, I love baseball. I'm usually around baseball. If you really want to watch a crucial moment in the sports game, just watch the pitcher. Who's the person who's about to throw the ball? And what you'll notice is that every pitcher always takes a deep breath to connect to who? To themselves. So what I'm going to teach you guys is how to connect to your breath, connect to your 7 chakras, which is your rainbow. So basically, and I like to see this, I always see it, and I love Pink Floyd, but I don't even know the name of the album. But if you look at the Pink Floyd logo, they have a white light going through the prism, that's the rainbow. So basically, you're a rainbow. And if you look at a rainbow, there's 7 distinct colors. And my goal with you is to take you through the 7 chakras and teach you how to balance them yourself, so that you won't need anyone else except yourself. You'll no longer need to go to therapy. You'll no longer need to call me and ask me to set up a meeting, because you can do it yourself. And it's that simple, but it's that easy, only if you desire to do it. And it all comes down to your desire. You know, we all can do, we're all so powerful that we can do whatever we want. And some of us have very strong chakras in certain areas, and then we have certain areas that need balance. But if you ever notice, the places that are out of balance, you attract a partner or people around you that are strong in those areas, and you balance them out in other areas. So we're first going to connect to our souls, and you can do it with your eyes open and with your eyes closed, whatever best suits you. And I want you just to really connect to your breath, really feel your breath. And you know, a lot of meditation, they say to connect to your nostrils and breathe through your nose. The most important thing is that you just feel your breath. And you really connect to your breath. And I want you just to really connect to your breath. Just really, really connect. And the breath is you. And as you connect to your breath, I want you to ask to connect to yourself. You can do that to yourself. Just say, I connect to myself. Now the thing is about how powerful we all are is that you can connect to your breath, connect to your soul, and you can bring your soul all throughout your body and place it anywhere. You can even place it outside your body. But I want you to just connect with your breath and connect to your soul. And I get a feeling that everyone's really connected, and we'll go through your chakras and teach you how to balance those things. Good. Good, right? So first I want to talk about the root chakra. So everyone stay connected to your soul. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be taking you through your chakras and teaching you how to connect to your soul, connect to your chakras, and balance yourself. So the first chakra that I'm going to be discussing is the root chakra. And that's your purpose for being here. So the thing is, if you have an issue with being here on Earth, the real issue has nothing to do with anything other than your purpose. If you can define and make your life simplistic and know your exact purpose for being here, you'll have never, ever any reason to leave here. Because the only reason people leave here is because they feel like it's unsafe. But the fact of the matter is, it's the safest place you can be. Now, some people want to believe that heaven exists somewhere outside of us, but really heaven is within us. So by doing this, we bring heaven on earth. By grounding our energy, I want everyone to focus on their feet. And if one foot's on the ground, it doesn't matter. I want you to put your soul on your feet and breathe through your feet. And feel your feet on the ground. And really breathe through your feet. And really feel your feet vibrating on the ground. And if you need to, envision your feet as tree trunks that are coming out of the ground. You are a part of this earth, because this earth is a part of you. And everything in this earth, whether it be my cell phone or my button on my shirt, everything is of equal importance. Everything. It's all God. Everything is God. So I want everyone to connect to this. And now what I want you to do is, as you're bringing your energy down here to earth, I can see everyone coming a little bit down. I want you to really ask your soul in this moment, as you come here. I want you to ask, because you know your purpose. I can look in your eyes and help you figure out your purpose. But everything in life happens in realizations, in epiphanies. The only way people really change is if an epiphany occurs. So what I want you to do is I want you to connect your soul on your feet, and I want you to ask your soul to give you an epiphany, to send an epiphany through your body of what your purpose is. And if it doesn't happen today, you can sit and do this anytime you want. And the biggest thing I can tell anyone is once you figure out what your purpose is, there's one purpose, only one. Then you will always be it. And that's the most important thing I can tell you about your root chakra. The other thing is red is the color of manifestation. Getting things done. You notice most businesses that are big have red in it. Bank of America, we want to manifest. McDonald's, red. Red is a very powerful color. I like to tell people if they saw a prostitute, what color would she be wearing? She should be wearing red because she wants to make money. So there's no judgment there because that's just what it is. People know what colors mean. And if you really want to get a reading of what color someone is wearing, or what state of mind, or what they're asking for, look at the color. If someone's wearing red, like the President of the United States wore red during an interview, it's a power type. He wants to manifest. He wants to make things happen. So the easiest way to read someone, other than physical body language, is to see what colors they're wearing. So just really connect to this. Really be here. up right at the ready to keep opening your eyes. I can look in your eyes and see where you're at, just to make sure you're here. Really focus on your feet. Focus on your feet. Sorry about the stomach chest. Focus on your feet. Focus on your feet. Focus on your feet a little bit. Just really feel your feet in your shoes. What you do is by focusing on your breath, putting in your feet, and really asking the universe, meaning yourself, what is my purpose? So my purpose is to share peace, and that's it. So every action I do, every thought I take is in line with sharing peace. My life is as simple as sharing peace, nothing else. Not how much money do I make, not what kind of car do I drive, not anything other than sharing peace. Now, when you get to this place of total epiphany of what your purpose is, then you'll just share with no attachment, with no nothing. And know that just by sharing it, you're caring. And the byproducts of all those things might be wealth, money, whatever, but the joy comes in sharing. My joy in being here comes in sharing what I know with you guys. And everything else is just icing on the cake. But I only want to share this with you. That's all I want to do. That's all I care about. And then you'll share it with other people. And then we'll create peace together. You have to understand that people are always talking about creating peace and creating peace around the world. But it's not about anything other than creating peace for yourself. Because if you do all these actions and you help all these people, but you're not at peace with yourself, then you're not really creating peace. You're just creating something that you're doing something to get something in return. But I already have peace, so I can share it with you. I always tell people, because I meet a lot of people who make a lot of money, I say, I can teach you how to be peaceful, but I can't teach you how to be a millionaire because I don't have $1 million. And it's as simple as that. A millionaire could share with me how to make $1 million because they've made it. But you're all here to learn about peace, not to make $1 million, because then the seminar would be called "How You Are a Millionaire." So that's, but it's all what's important to you. With $1 million, I can help more people. So let it be. It's supposed to happen, based on me, no one else. So everyone seems pretty grounded. I want everyone to focus on this. The really important thing to do in society is to really give yourself time alone. It's really important. It doesn't matter how long it is. There will be people who say you need to do 30 minutes and 30 minutes and 30 minutes. I would say give yourself a second to be alone every day. 1 second. Because that's all I can really measure. I can't say less than a second because then people are like, all right. Give yourself 1 second to really connect to yourself. Just one. That's all I'm asking for you. And the more you give yourself the seconds, the more results of your life being better and where you want it to be, the more you'll do it. It's all about results. If I share all this information with you guys and none of it works for any of you, then you're not going to use it. It's all about results. You guys want results. I want you guys to have results. So give yourself 1 second a day. By yourself. Turn the lights off, close your eyes, 1 second. And connect to your soul and put it in your feet. It'll probably take you a little longer because you have 7 chakras, so give yourself 7 seconds. But right now, let's just start simple. So that's the purpose. What is my purpose? And so that, once you figure out your purpose, you'll be on a wave to just do whatever is in line with that purpose. So my purpose is to share peace. I'm doing lectures. I'm working with people. I do stand-up comedy. I am an actor. It's all in congruence with sharing peace. Whatever your goal is, it doesn't matter. It just matters that you know what it is. There's no judgment. If your goal is to own 10,000 cars, that's awesome. Make sure every action goes in congruence with that thing. So, the next chakra we're going to be talking about is the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is your private area. And it has to do with, first of all, has to do with your sexuality, and it has to do with the fact that you are both sexes. There's a feminine side to you and a masculine side. So I went to a lecture recently, a friend of mine was giving, and he said it's that balance between the two. And so the key here really is knowing that you're a feminine energy and you're a masculine energy. So if you have masculine physical parts, then imagine yourself having female energy parts or physical parts. And if you're the other way, do the other way. And if you have both already, then you're already good. So, and some people do, so that's awesome for them. But what I want you to do is connect to your soul again. And this is the color orange. So orange is the color of adventure. It's the color of risk. It's the color of I am a man. I am a woman. And the fact of the matter is, people always want to judge people's sexuality, but there is no right or wrong when it comes to sexuality. There is no gay or straight or bisexual or blah, 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 blah. It's just saying, like, there's a difference between African American and a white person. There is no difference, other than what you think is different. We're all the same. So if you want to categorize your life and think that someone is this way because they're that way, then you can do that. And then you'll just live a miserable life. And that's just the truth. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to connect to your soul. We're going to do the same exercise with this. But before we do that, I want to tell you a mantra that you can use for the root chakra. All you really need to do to connect you to being here is proclaim that you're here. I'm in my soul in my feet, I am here. I am here. If you need help getting here, just proclaim I am here. And you will be here. I am here. Good. So if you're having a hard time staying present, just say I am here. You don't even have to say it out loud, you can say it to yourself. Okay. Good. So as we go to the second chakra, I want you to put your energy in your sacred chakra, and this is your private area. Now, a lot of people will say that this and this and this is what you should do. Well, all I can tell you is that, spiritually speaking, from what I learned from Kabbalah and what I know for myself, is we shake hands with our right hand, because the right hand is the hand to share, and the left hand is the hand to take. And in Kabbalah, there's a three-column structure: the right, left, and central column. It's about knowing how to balance from sharing to taking to receiving and all those things. All I can tell you from being a healer is the right hand was given to you to share with yourself. So whatever that means, you know that you have your sacred chakra. You know that you have a right hand. You can use it or you can't. I'm not going to, but there's a word for it, but I'm not going to say it. But there's a reason why you have a right hand. And my suggestion is, if you need help opening this chakra, and the best thing you can do is use what you have. Now I want everyone to connect to this. This is also part of your creativity. Connect to your soul. Connect to your sacred chakra, which is your growing area. You need to put your hand there, it's fine. And I really want you to breathe through it. And as you breathe through it, I want you to see it expanding and opening up. And if you need to use any mantra, you can use the mantra, I am a man, I am a woman, I am a being, I am a sexual being, I am a being of adventure. I just need you guys to connect to this. And just really take your time and really connect to this. And as you open it up, open it. Open it. It's an open. It's an opening. There's other chakras that you want to close up and become one, but this one you want to really keep open. And you want to really, really connect with it. And you're doing all the healing yourself. I'm doing nothing but walking around if I need to see who needs work on these areas, as far as opening or closing it, because I can actually see it in your soul. If anyone wants me to look, I can open. And as you put your hand in that area if you need to, first connect to your hand. My hand is touching my area. Okay. And then as I breathe, my soul is connecting my hands. My breath is my soul connecting to my area. Connect your hand. There you go. Yeah, good. You feel that? And really open it up. This is your adventure. This is your, I'm going to take risks. This is, I'm not going to do what everyone else says because I'm going to just be me. And your level of adventure is based on you. Your level of risk is based on you. So stop measuring yourself to others and what they do because that's their life. That's not yours. Your life is your life. And the thing is, if you want to buy into the programming of the world, then you will. I don't watch TV. So there's a reason why. Because what am I going to learn from TV? I'll watch a Dodger game every once in a while, but I'm not going to learn anything from watching unless the light bothers me, and then I'll learn something about my life that bothers me. We'll talk more about that as far as hearing goes. Really feel your hand, if you can. Yeah, really feel your hand there. Breathe. Bring your breath out from your chest into your drum. Yes. Yeah. The first chakra. Yeah. Well, the first chakra is in. It's also the first chakra also goes up to under your between your private area and your anus. But for simple terms, so people know, it's about the root. It's about your feet. To clarify, your root chakra goes from your feet to the place between your private area and between your. I think women call it. Yeah. I think women call it Kegel exercises or something, or you can squeeze that area. That's also a way to help ground yourself. So you can do that too. But your sexual chakra is the second chakra. So sometimes sometimes it's easier just to focus on the feet because some people it's just easier to envision through this. Can you see something? Really feel your hand or really breathe into it. Your right hand. Yeah, really feel it. I'm proclaiming I am here. I am a man. I am a woman. I'm a sexual being. I'm here to take risk. I'm here for adventure. Bring it, because I'm here. The third chakra, which is an amazing chakra as well, is the solar plexus. Now this is the color yellow. People equate people who have strong solar plexuses as comedians. I've been told that I have a really strong solar plexus. People find me funny. So the key here is your solar plexus. And the solar plexus is something that really means a lot to me personally because it is your power source as far as who you are. And I will share with you guys that I have done a lot of work here because I experienced, and this is based on me, I experienced a lot of depression in my life and I had to work through this. So what happens is your solar plexus is completely opposite of any other chakra. It is this energy source of right here. It's right here in the stomach. When I ask people, people are saying, I'm always making the wrong decisions. I'm always making the wrong decisions in life. I know it's the right decision, but then I say, ask your stomach. Your stomach will always tell you your truth. And if you ever need to make a decision and you're unsure of it, ask your stomach. Put your hand on your stomach and see how your stomach feels. And it'll tell you. But the reason why this chakra is the most important to me is because I experienced a long time of depression and I went to everyone to ask them for help. And I went to therapists and I went to all these things and I realized that no one could help me except myself. So what happens is with your solar plexus is if you keep it opening it up, it's like a black hole. So imagine you are one. Your solar plexus is complete. But you don't feel one. And you feel like you're worthless, which is your sense of worth. Your solar plexus will open up. And you'll start filling it with stuff. I.e. food, i.e. drugs, I worked out a lot. I was in really good shape. I worked out a lot. I ran every night, 6 or 7 miles. I looked healthy, but I wasn't. So what happens is my solar plexus got so open, I fell inside of it. Now imagine a well. Now it's easy to take water up and down out of a well if it's not too big. But once you fall in the well, you have no way of getting out. And that's what happens to people who get suicidal or depressed, is they fall inside the well, and then they have to climb themselves out of the well by themselves. And the only way you can really climb out of the well is yourself. And no matter what any therapist or any person can tell you, I can't help anyone get out of depression unless they choose to climb up. I can help them get out, but they have to want to get out. It's a desire. So what I want everyone to know is that this is the color yellow. This is your sense of self. This is the mantra, I am me. I am here because I can share with you. I am a man, I'm a woman. I am me. There's only one me. There's only one you. Now I want everyone to connect to this part, their soul, right here in their stomach. Put your hand right there if you need to. I want you to breathe into your soul, breathe into that. I really want you to feel yourself becoming one with yourself. And really own that you are you. And there is no one like you in the whole universe, including on other planets. No one is like you. No tree is like you. Nothing is like you. So why do you need other people to tell you how to live your life when you are only the one that you are? If you need help, ask for it. But a lot of people who have issues in this area have issues with approval, needing other people to approve what they do. Well, if you need someone else's approval to do something, why are you doing it? You're not doing it to share. You're doing it for approval. So I want everyone to connect to this part, your solar plexus. This is the color yellow. McDonald's is red, manifestation of happiness. Yellow. They're selling you a cheeseburger so you'll be happy. Or so you think you'll be happy. It still tastes good. Yellow is an amazing color. I want everyone to connect to that part of themselves. The I am me. I am me. There is only one me. I am me. I want you to breathe through it. I want you to really connect to this part again. You're using your right hand so you can share with yourself. And I want you to connect your hand. Feel your hand on your stomach. Feel it. And if you don't know who you are, it's okay. You will discover who you are based by taking the time to be by yourself and connecting to the I am me. Because if you don't know who you are, then you can do it. You can just sit down and connect to this. Or just do it all day long. I don't mind if I see someone walking around all day like this. It doesn't bother me. Because we're all mirrors. So do whatever you need to do to help you. You've got to help yourself first. So I want you to connect to this. Really feel the breath. And really feel your stomach. And some people are like, I don't like to stick on my stomach. It makes me feel fat. Well, this will help you with your insecurity. Because you're not. Because fat is a judgment of what you think you should be or shouldn't be. And if you want to lose weight, you can. Based on what you eat. Based on how much you exercise. There's certain circumstances where people have, they have certain things, but we'll get into that later about responsibility and how everything's your responsibility. So if you want me, I can look in your mind. I am me. And if you just need to connect to that really easily, just say, I am me. Really feel your hand on your stomach and take a deep breath. And stick it out. There you go. The further you can stick out your stomach, the better it is. The further you can stick it out. Because you're here to help yourself. You're not here to judge yourself. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Really stick your stomach out. You feel who you are. And use your hand. Connect your hand. And you don't need permission to be you. You just are you. You don't need permission to be you. Just be you. Just your right hand. You see how your left hand's going your right hand? When you notice, and I learned this in Kabbalistic teachings, the right hand is the hand for honesty and love for yourself and healing. You ever notice, if you want to see if someone's lying, rather than them breaking eye contact with you, have them look at the right hand. If the right hand is being covered by their left, they're hiding something. The right hand is the hand of truth. And you go to court, I raise my right hand. You don't raise your left, you raise your right. So your right hand is the most powerful thing. So if you're putting your right hand and you're covering with your left right now, you're only not helping yourself. You're deflecting your power. Just be you. Really connect to your stomach. Breathe deep. There you go. And as you sit here, you'll really feel a sense of peace of who you are. And you don't need to do anything to be you. You don't have to take an action to be you. You just have to be you. Deep breath. Deeper the better. As much as you can breathe. What? Well, see, every chakra is different for everyone. For you, it might be harder, but that means you need to work on this. You need to focus on this. And that's you taking that second every day and just doing it. Pretty soon, you might make it your whole life. You'll train yourself. It's like anything. Training your soul. You're connecting to your soul. Connect to your soul. Put it in your solar plexus. Connect to your hand on your stomach. Okay, it's there. Oh, I am me. Good. And there's such a power in just being you, without doing anything. Because this is where you make your decisions, based on who you are. Not based on who I am. And see, I'm not someone who's listening to your problems. I'm just telling you to connect to what you are. And I can listen to what your issues are or whatever you think they might be, but it doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you connect to your breath. Because in your breath, you have nothing except the moment. And we'll talk more about time travel and past and future and how it's all just an illusion. There's nothing other than this. There's no past. There's no future. There's just this. And there's a total freedom in knowing that. We can talk about that later. You see? Really feel your hand on your stomach. Breathe deep, stomach out. Good. Just really take deep breaths. Focus on your stomach. Your hand on your right hand on your stomach. Really feel your hand there. Feel your hand first. There you go. Good. And see yourself becoming one. See your solar plexus being one with your hand. There's just it's a little dot. Boom. Good. You feel better? You feel peaceful, right? Yeah. You can just be you. Deep breath. Take as much as you can stick your stomach out, the better. Good. Deeper breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Expand your stomach so that your stomach is as big as it can be. But let the air come out of your mouth. Good. Good. Do you want to sit down? Or? Okay. Deep breath. Deep. And there's other forms of healing like Reiki and all these other things where people will put their hands over you and give you their energy. And I want to see a great show. He has an improv group. I'll tell you more about it. Or you can even say something you like right now.
Yeah, we actually perform at the Electric Lodge in Venice once a month. Thank you.
Yeah.
But we're going to New York next week, so performing. If anybody's going to New York, we'll be out there. But yeah, I'll give you guys information after the show for sure.
Cool. So this is something a good dear friend of mine gave to me, and we're going to read it before we do the fourth chakra, which is your heart, which is unconditional love. So it was a little script a friend gave to me, and we're just going to read it. And I'm going to play the customer, and you can be tech support.
Yes. How can I help you?
Well, after much consideration, I've decided to install love. Can you guide me through the process?
Yes, I can help you. Are you ready to proceed?
Well, yeah, I'm not very technical, but you know, I think I'm ready. What do I have to do first?
The first step is to open your heart. Have you located your heart?
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like there's other programs running now. Is it okay to install love while there's other programs running?
What programs are running?
Let's see. I have past hurt, low self-esteem, grudge, resentment. They're all running right now.
No problem. Love will gradually erase past hurt from your current operating system. It may remain in your permanent memory, but it will no longer disrupt other programs. Love will eventually override low self-esteem with a module of its own called high self-esteem. However, you have to completely turn off grudge and resentment. Those programs prevent love from being properly installed. Can you turn those off?
I don't know. I don't know. How do I turn them off? Can you tell me how?
With pleasure. Go to your start menu and invoke forgiveness. Do this as many times as necessary until grudge and resentment have been completely erased.
Okay, it's done. Wow, yeah, love has started installing it. So, is that normal or?
Yes.
Yeah.
But remember that you have only the base program. You need to be connecting to other hearts in order to get the upgrade.
Wait. It says I have a error message already. It says error program not run on external components. What should I do?
Don't worry. It means that love program is set up to run on internal hearts, but has not yet been run on your heart. In non-technical terms, it simply means you have to love yourself before you can love others.
So how should I do that?
Now copy them to the My Heart directory. The system will overwrite any conflicting files and begin patching faulty programming. Also, you need to delete verbose self-criticism from all directories and empty your recycle bin to make sure it is completely gone and never comes back.
Wow, I got it. Wow, my heart is filling up with new files. The smile is playing on my monitor and peace and contentment are copying themselves all over my heart. Is this normal?
Sometimes. For others it takes a while, but eventually everything gets it at the proper time. So love is installed and running. One more thing before we hang up. Love is freeware. Be sure to give it in various modules to everyone you meet. They will in turn share it with others and return some cool modules back to you.
Thank you, guys.
I'm always listening, so call on me anytime. I love you so much.
All right.
So you can keep this and share it with more people. The main thing here is this, and I know that when I meet people, the biggest concern they have with love is it's not any action. It's nothing. Love is as simple as putting your hand on your heart, as we did, connecting to your heart through your soul, and really loving yourself unconditionally. So what happens in life is this. People give things, they give love, and then they get upset because they don't get anything back. But imagine if they did this first. I give myself all the love, and then I share what I have with others. Then it'll always be a cycle of giving to yourself first. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands on our heart, we're going to connect to our soul. This is the color green. If you notice, everything in the universe that is green is love. Whether you believe it or not, marijuana, trees, grass. The only reason people smoke marijuana is because it makes them feel like they love themselves more. So more power to them. I've smoked marijuana. It's awesome for me, but I don't do it anymore. It's just part of the journey. So I want to connect to their heart. The heart is in between your two parts. And I really want you to really see your heart expanding. And the love that you need comes from yourself. So you're putting your hand on your heart to open it up. And as you breathe in to your heart, the mantra is, I love myself unconditionally. And I really want you to connect to this. Connect to the hand on your heart. The hand on your heart is a part. Now, for those of you who've seen the movie Argo, really good movie. I should have bet on that one. And it was picked to win. But the astrologer said that, I think it was the odds were 5, 1 to 5, which means you can make a lot of money with. When I watched that movie, there's a lot of things that happen in that movie that are like, whoa, like my heart. And so if you were in the movie theaters watching me watch the movie, you would know that my hand was on my heart. Because I was keeping my heart open as I watched it. And so it's okay to keep your hand on your heart. We pledge allegiance with our hand on our heart. Because our heart, we speak. We speak with our heart open. So I want to connect to this color of green. And now, when people say money can't be love, I would say it all depends on what you think. But I would like to say that money is the easiest way to share with anyone. So for any of you that have issues with money and think that money isn't love, then you need to get with the program because you can do a lot of things to help people with money, especially yourself. So money is love because everything is love. Everything is. So connect to this part and I'll walk around. Open up, really feel your chest freeze. And really feel your hand on your heart. I love myself unconditionally. And if you think that your love is going to come from the outside, then you'll have to experience it. But if you really want to love others, like everyone says they want to do, first love yourself. Because I can only love you unconditionally because I love myself unconditionally. So it's like showing up 100%. If you really want a loving relationship, like I have with my girlfriend, it's because I love myself unconditionally. And she always asks me, who do you love the most in the world? I go, myself. And it always upsets her. But it's the truth. I love her the second most, but I have to love myself before I can love her. And it upsets her, but I'm okay upsetting her because that's the truth. And the only reason she's with me is because I love myself first. So let's not even fight about it. Because then I can offer her the same amount of love. Sometimes it gets me in trouble because when I tell her I love everyone, she's like, well, I want you to love me more. I'm like, well, okay, I'll love you more. I love them all. So really connect your hand on your heart. Put your soul there. And really feel it expanding. And give the love you need to yourself, just to yourself. You only require 2 things. Actually, just one thing, a desire. 2 things is you have your breath. The third thing is you have your hand. You can use this hand if you want. The fourth thing is you can use your voice. I love myself unconditionally. There's also mantras you can use, Sanskrit mantras, if you like, vibrational ones. It doesn't. You don't need those to have it happen. You can look them up online if you want to understand what they are. I'm not going to go into them because I want to keep it very simple right now. So really connect your hand. Feel your hand on your heart. Good. Really feel your hand though. Your hand is you. Good. The more you connect to your hand, the more you connect to your heart. Your hand was given to you so you could heal yourself. Good. Really breathe deep. There you go. You see open? Really feel your hand. Your hand is the most important thing. There you go. Good. You keep on breathing through it. You see? Feel your hand now. Touch your hand. Good. Connect your hand. Really feel your hand on your heart. The key is really feeling your power within. Good. Really connect your hand. You breathe really deep. Your right hand. Now your left. Right hand. Right hand. Really feel your heart. Really feel it. Say it, I love myself unconditionally. Or you can just think it. Good. There you go. There's a switch. It's a peace. And this is your heart. This is at your peace. When I don't follow much of what religious things say, but I talk about when we follow Jesus, they said that I like the Beatles, all you need is love. Well, it should be all you need is unconditional love, because there's a difference between love and unconditional love. Unconditional love means I just love to love, with nothing wanting anything in return. So just love just to love. But you have to love yourself first. Yes?
What color is the throat?
The throat is blue. So the key here is respecting your truth. So whether you believe Jesus to be God or not, or some people believe that cows are holy, it's everyone's choice to believe what they want. The truth of the matter is that you are your best healer. So if you want to put something outside of you, it's your choice. But nothing can heal you better than you. Nothing. There's no one in the world. There's people in this room that have been told by medical professionals that they would never be able to accomplish what they accomplished based on what the medical doctors said. And the only difference between that medical doctor and that patient, between anyone else, was the person who received that message. So it's up to you. If you really want something, you can make it happen. So the throat is communication of truth. It'd be right here. It's the color blue. And everyone, all you need to do is put your hand right here where you usually take your pulse and breathe through it. And really connect to your truth. And as your heart is open, you will communicate how you feel. It's very important that you communicate how you feel at all times. Because if you don't, the body will suffer consequences based on the fact that you're holding on to your energy. So all this, yes?
Could you just say that again? What you just said?
Okay. It's very important that you communicate your truth. Because if you don't communicate your truth, your body will take it on. So communicate your truth. It's more important that you're honest with yourself than anybody else. If people ask you for your honesty, then you can share it with them. If people don't ask you, then don't. The person who's proclaiming on the sidewalk that he believes what he believes is not helping anyone. He's trying to help himself. If someone really wants to help someone, they'll put on a seminar and let people come who want to come. You know, and if they don't come, they don't come. Yes?
What's the mantra?
The mantra is, I speak my truth. And as you accept your truth, you'll accept other people's truth. And everyone can breathe through this real quick. Really blue. Really breathe through it. Good. Good. Your truth. Just yours. Connect to your truth. Not your parents' truth, not your girlfriend's truth, not the book that you're going to buy from here's truth, because that might not be your truth. You might read it just to learn something, but you'll take from what's yours. Everyone likes different types of food, right? That's your truth. You can argue with me, people who say, black licorice, that's disgusting. You're a horrible person. Well, I'm not that horrible. I just have different taste than you. It's my truth. If you're not going to accept me, I can sure as hell you aren't going to accept yourself. It's just a food. That's as dumb as fighting about who God is. Just because I like Black Rivers, I'm a horrible person? Come on. You're going to shoot me over that?
Reading my mind. No kidding. I'm joking.
No, but some people say, you're disgusting. You like garlic on your pizza? Come on. So, the next chakra is your third eye. It's between your two. If you ever notice, in Indian cultures, they have a dot there. So the third eye is so you can see. So if you notice that in Indian culture they wear the dot there, it's to help them really see people. Now, and it actually works, because it's a reminder to really see what's in front of you. Now, this is your psychic ability. Now, if someone tells you they're psychic, they're telling you the truth. Because everyone's psychic. Everyone is psychic. It's connecting to that chakra. Can people predict the future? I don't predict the future. I can see in your soul where your life could be. But you're making decisions daily, moment to moment, that are leading to that outcome. So I'm only as psychic as you are desired to get there. If I told you were going to make $1 million tomorrow, I don't know. That's kind of, I mean, I'd be asking myself how much am I taking from the person, because, you know, it's all up to you. So that right there is this. It's your third eye. Take your finger, put it right there. And the key here to being psychic has nothing to do with anyone else but yourself. Meaning that if you truly want to see others, you have to let others see you. When you're allowing others to see you, then you will see them. And so this is the sixth chakra. It's indigo. They have a reference called Indigo Children, and this is something that I see everything. I see everything because I let you see everything of me. I have nothing to hide. And psychics are just people that don't hide. Now, the last chakra we're going to talk about before we talk about the placement of the soul is this, is your crown chakra. It's right here. It's the color purple. It is your thoughts. It is knowing that every thought you take is your responsibility. Every thought. And now there's a thing called telepathic communication. I've experienced it with other people. One day in the universe, you're going to be so accountable for your thoughts that if you think something, someone will know it right away, because they'll know it. They'll just get the message. It's kind of like Star Wars. It's really cool if you get a chance to do that. But the key here is knowing that every thought you have, you are going to manifest. So if you think something's going to happen, it will happen. If you think that by eating a chocolate chip cookie you're going to gain weight, you might not, but you'll feel like you have. It's a thought. You created it. So the responsibility here is knowing that every thought you have is leading you down a path to make it create and happen. If you think you're a great actor, you're going to be a great actor. If you think you're a great healer, you're a great healer. I already know everyone in this room is their own best healer. I already know that. You have to know that. And the thing here is, I use this a lot, and I meditate a lot, and this helps you connect to your mind, and it helps you really come from a place of clarity. And it's right here on the temple, right here, and you just breathe in, use your right hand, and just really breathe in, and know and own the fact that I am my thoughts. So if you have a thought that you don't like, then get rid of it. You don't have to hold on to it. Don't feel bad that you had it, just get rid of it. It's just like when you meditate and you break meditation. You don't get upset at yourself, you just reconnect your breath and breathe through your breath. So once you've worked through all these chakras and you balance them out, and I can see who's balanced based on your soul, you radiate a white light. Now the key here, once you balance yourself and work through all these things, and you do the work yourself or you work with me, the key to know is that you are responsible for everything. And those that want to put heaven somewhere else can, but I want to let you guys know that everyone in this room is an angel. Everyone. Every single person is an angel. Now, an angel is someone who shares and cares about themselves first and then with others. So the goal here now is, and I know this based off reading and based off experience, what happens is I want everyone to take their soul, you can put it anywhere you want, I want you to all put it back in your heart, and then I want you to move your soul anywhere you want, because you can move it anywhere you want within your body. If you're not making enough money, focus on your feet. If your sex life isn't what you want it to be, put it in your sacred chakra. If you don't feel like you are yourself at all times, focus on your solar plexus. If you feel like your heart hurts, focus on your heart. If you feel like you can't communicate, put it in your throat. If you feel like you're attracting the wrong people and you're not seeing them right, focus on your third eye. If your thoughts are bumming you out and you're manifesting things and things are happening in your life, put it in your mind. Put it in your crown chakra. Now the key here is knowing you're an angel, knowing your white light, knowing that this is heaven on earth, if you choose it to be, knowing that you can do whatever you want. Now there's two things that angels have, physically. They have wings, and they have a halo. The halo is nothing other than the soul, the placement of the soul. And the wings are letting them know that they can do whatever they want. Because angels, regardless of what you think, they're just here to help. And so what I want you guys to do, I want everyone to take their soul, put it behind their head. Just put it behind your head. And I want everyone to move their soul back 3 feet and see it illuminating as if it's a halo around their head. And this is the recognition of knowing that you're an angel. You don't have to say it out loud. You can just say it to yourself. But knowing that you are an angel, I am an angel, and I'm here to share with myself and with others. First with myself, through my chakras, and then everything else with everyone else. I can only share what I know and who I am based on me. And so it's a cycle of I share with myself, and then I share everything else with others. Now, there's a lot more we can discuss, like as far as going back and getting, what happens is when you stay in the moment, you stay present, and you own the fact that you're an angel, you lose concept of two things, space and time. Two things that are created by man. Now the thing is, you can speed and live life any way you like. The thing is, a lot of the things that happened to you in the past, and this was what I can go through with people on like personal appointments, is a lot of the instances that occurred in your past that are still allowing your chakras to close, we can work together and go back to them, requiring nothing other than yourself, and we go back to those instances and we rewrite your script. So basically, if you looked at your movie if you looked at your life like a movie, there would be different parts to it. Now, all you do as a healer is you go back and edit things, and you edit things with unconditional love. So let's say I got in an argument with my dad. I don't need to call him and say I'm sorry. I can just recreate that moment with him by myself and take myself back there and go, like, for example, let me see. I really would have loved my dad and my mom to come here tonight, but they didn't. So instead of me being angry at them, I can just go back now and go, Dad, it would have been really important if you came to me for me today, because you showing up lets me know that you care about me. And then it's coming from unconditional love, and he can go, okay. But the thing is, as a healer, I know that I can't change people. So just because it's important to me doesn't mean it's important to him. And so I don't hate him for that. I can't expect him to be someone else. He's my father. He'll always be my life. So, but I can let go of how I feel about the situation and understand that he is who he is. Does anyone have any questions about anything? We kind of went through certain things fast because I lost track of time, but there's other things we can talk about. But the main reason I am here to share with you is that if there's anything in your life that you feel like isn't where you want it to be, the first question is, what am I doing right now? What is happening right now that makes it that way? And two, say thank you for being able to learn from that experience. And three is, connect to yourself or ask someone who can help you for help. So, does anyone, I can answer anything if anyone has anything. Cool. My girlfriend's going to hand out